And we're live. Sam and Michael's joined me. I've got to, much as there's lots of exciting stuff going on website one, I've got a meeting in an hour with Dree folks, and I kind of need to get to the bottom of what's going on with the Dree system and AsyncVoter. And I mean, maybe one day we'll be deploying Agile Ventures website one there, but let's see. So the story so far, if I can remember it, because I had to completely reboot my computer a couple of times, is we have an endpoint, which I should be able to work out by going to our documents, GitHub. I should set it up so that it automatically starts in that direction. Shouldn't I? No, I mean Agile Ventures. Right, here, and so there is an endpoint. I've got production.
So what's the problem?
Well, there are various problems. So let us try and remember what they are. Basically, it works. We've got a setup here. There's stories. We have got some stories that have just, I randomly popped in there. What we've got is it's kind of slow. I guess what I would like to do now is maybe just hit this endpoint, like 5 times every 3 seconds, and work out the profile for it operating. It feels like there should be a simple way to do that.
You want to do load testing?
Not so much load testing. Just I want to do like I want to get like an average of like the time it takes. I mean, I guess we've got the almost the simplest is if I go into the network there.
Didn't they say that
it kind of sleeps, I think, more aggressively than Heroku. Yeah. Over the weekend, other people who've been working with it have talked about it, like there being timeouts and things. I mean, I guess if I reload it there, what does that tell me? That tells me there. So it basically takes 4 seconds for that to load.
Really? Doesn't seem like that. But try it again.
I hit reload. 1, 2, 3.
That is a while, yeah.
4. Yeah, I mean, basically there, it's taking. Oh, and that was down to 150, and then that's 750, 450. Maybe it takes a while for it to warm up, but see, that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to just hit it, and there's another one. I mean, I would like to. Is there a way with the developer console to developer console performance test? I feel like it's not like, maybe it is a load test. Performance profiling using the developer console, a guide to application from force.com. Analyze runtime performance. I feel like there should just be a. I mean, it feels like there should be just like I can just do a series of curl things and output. Use curl to that's a performance test. It feels like one should be able to have like a little script, right? There we go. Oh, there you go. This is what I want.
Right.
Oh, Apache benchmark. Well, that looks like fun, doesn't it? Have we got Apache benchmark? It's actually starting another Hangout.
Oh,
Oh goodness. He just. I wish he had get. I could like buy him a new computer so that he could have like Slack running at the same time. Um,
oh.
or if he just installed Slack on his phone. Or anyway.
It says he's in Slack.
Yeah, he is, but I think when he's. I mean, I've already like. Yeah. He just doesn't necessarily notice the Slack updates. He's kind of. So can I do?
Oh,
Can I do here? Can I do brew install AB? Uh, that's the kind of thing because it can give me some statistics. Okay. Oh, he's testing a thing. Okay. Right. Can we talk in? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Okay. Jinxie. If you're testing Hangouts, maybe use the staging instance. Okay. Where's the staging instance gone? Website one, staging, copy. And also show him control 4. Also, if you need to get the link, the YT link associated with Hangout, look to links at bottom of Hangout screen. I found a really easy way to make like animated GIFs. Relatively easy way to make animated GIFs the other day. Put it into a blog.
create memes.
No, not too much me. Just like to like I can record a QuickTime video of like 3 or 4 seconds of just like doing something, and then I've got like a little script that will turn it into an animated GIF that can just be embedded in a GitHub page or a blog or what have you. Okay, well, hopefully, yes. That's just join. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yes. Okay, I think they're hopefully connecting up.
Maybe if you recorded your face doing emotional reactions.
That's an exciting idea.
Put text under it.
Cool. Yeah.
Then turn it into a GIF. It would be a meme.
Yeah. Cool. That sounds like fun. Can we get Apache benchmark for the Apache benchmark OS X? Install. What have they got it? Is it called something else? Oh yeah. It says look, the formula were found in taps. Yes. Okay, but how do we? No available formula with the name AB. These formula were found in taps. Do I have to brew tap AB? To install one of them, run, for example. Okay, there we go.
And this is a performance testing thing.
Yes, I think that this will give me like a little. So if I do like AB like -n, let's do 5, and then I hit the endpoint.
Right.
I don't know if it will go to the actual. This thing. There we go. So we're getting a lot of data. There we go. Now, and then document path stories. Concurrency level 1. Time taken 4 tests. That's the total time. Complete requests. We did 5 complete requests. Time per request. So that's not unreasonable, is it? There you go.
Yeah, it's fairly unreasonable.
Well, I mean, it's less than a second. I mean, it's still kind of slow, but I mean, it's like it's better than like 4 minutes for each.
Yeah, it's unreasonable for what it's doing.
Oh well, yes. I mean, that's another story.
I mean, it's pulling like 750 bytes of data out of a database.
Oh yeah, totally.
That doesn't.
Yeah.
seem like something, especially in Node, which has like no.
No. I mean, Node's supposed to be like super fast. I mean, I think. I mean, the Dree
I
people
think
are
it's
kind of
concurrency. Go on.
Well, I was gonna say the Dree people are kind of all like, I don't know. They're still stuck on this idea of like, what's the word? That like, oh yeah, like it's this really simple thing to provide you with like free hosting, and so on. And it's kind of like, I'm trying to get this wrong. Yes, but Heroku and lots of other people provide free hosting at arguably, perhaps more stable, more responsive. Well, the interesting thing here is to do a comparison. Like, so what I want to do here particularly is I'd quite like to deploy this to Heroku, so do a comparison. So if we do, what's the word? I see the links icon, but without the word links. Right. Yes, I had that earlier. Which browser are you in? I recommend Chrome. Yeah, I had exactly that problem.
I mean, that seems totally unreasonable, given how Node multiplexes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to be very good performance.
No.
Because my understanding is Node literally, like if you have a Node app, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you hit a route that has a debugger in it,
mm-hmm.
the entire app will just pause forever.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's literally one piece of execution.
Right.
Except the async part. So I guess there could be some. I guess it really you'd have to dive into why it's taking so long.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that part of it is that stuff to push back onto Dree. I mean, like
like part of like the way Node works, from what I understand, is like literally everything. Like you're executing your code, and then the only time that any other code could possibly run, meaning like any other request could be served, is when you go like to an async call. Like, so say that you're doing something, like a request comes in, you route it, you start matching it up, and then you hit the database. An async call. At that moment, another request comes in. That request could start to be partially processed.
Okay. Right, and then like when the response came back from the database, that would be paused.
The other request, then that could potentially be switched on.
Yeah. Right.
And responded to.
Right.
So I'm wondering where the latency is. Is it mostly in the?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'll have you're welcome to join the meeting with Dree later on, and I'm going to be asking them about it. I'll be very interested in your input. What I'm keen to do is to see what the same. Now, the interesting thing, of course, is that Dree, we've got a separate Mongo database supported by MongoD. I guess what I'm sort of interested in looking at here is to see what's my equivalent setup with Git. I mean, now presumably if I do Heroku open here, and that opens, why is
now what are they proposing to give you? I mean, like, is there going to be like this tier that you're on right now, right?
Yes.
That's totally free, right?
For us, it is at the moment. I mean, and I think what we might discover is that the level of performance that's provided on this system is just not actually practical for many of our projects, or maybe even any of our projects. But I mean, I think what their situation is that they don't have many people, so to speak, like using their system, and so one of the big values for them, that is one of the reasons they're sponsoring us, is for other people to be, yeah. I'm just going to give Sasha, hopefully now that will have given, I might, right. I I've got notifications.
What I'm saying is there, like, is this just it? This is the
No, they have other products, and they are continuing to develop and improve this product based on partly what we are saying. Like, you know, we're their kind of key people at the moment for them to like evolve this product.
Okay.
So, you know, based on it's an exciting opportunity. I think, like, based on the feedback we give them, they potentially will be completely modifying their service.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment, right? So I guess the issue here is it's got no Mongo server set up there. I just feel right. I got notifications on our other Slack channel for testing. But I didn't get video ones for him. But not video ones. Do you get a start broadcast button? That's weird for him. I might tell him we are in this hangout. Watch chat. So yeah, so that we're relying on a MongoDB thing there. So that my question might be, it's sort of Heroku MongoDB. So rather than setting it up and put, I guess, like, I can, with Heroku, I can probably do an MLab add-on somehow. Hey, Sasha.
How's
it going?
Yeah, good. I mean, all I really need is a URL of a video that is currently streaming. So.
Oh, well, then I can give you the one from this hangout. Yeah. I mean, it is. I'll just put it in the chat for you. I mean, it's a bit weird. I had that, like, one of the ones I opened when I opened it in Safari gave me that slightly different kind of hangout that didn't have the link and it didn't have the start broadcast button. But anyway, that link that I just pasted to you in the website one Slack has got, what's the word? It has got, that's us. It's us being live at the moment, so you can use that. If all you were looking for was an example of a live link, then you've got one.
Yeah. Let's see what I get from this. Yeah, Karen, as you were, I'm just going to play around.
Indeed. Yes, feel free to hang out. I'm just looking at this is AsyncVoter, and I'm trying to work out how to add an add-on here. You haven't got any add-ons here. I know. Find more add-ons. Well, search for add-ons. Mongo. Right. And there's several. This is interesting. Compose MongoDB. Let's have MLab because that's also who we're using. So Sandbox, free. Free. Lovely. That must mean I'm the product. So now that we've got MongoLab in there, how do we configure it? Does it need configuring? We get this thing. We have to. Well, we've got a user. It's got an automated user. Does that now automatically? So if we just go just over here and I do Heroku, it's Heroku config, isn't it, to get all the data? Okay, it has now set up a MongoDB URI with the appropriate data in it. And if we're using the same MongoDB URI in, like, the same environment variable in our AsyncVoter, then it will all just work. And we're not, so it won't. So I guess in order to make that work, what I have to do there is I have to do Heroku config set. How does that work? Heroku config set again. Heroku config set. Setting set equals, is it? Get set the thing equals the thing. All right. Okay. So we've just called it MongoDB on our system. Bump doesn't need to have any string quotes around it. Ooh, unexpected. Oh God. Maybe it does because I've got special characters in it. Put in quotes.
I think I've got what I need, so I'm just going to duck out again. Thank you, Sam.
Great stuff. No problem, Sasha. Catch you later.
Catch you later.
Bye.
It's just now it's saying like you gave this command too many arguments. Heroku config. Oh, I've got to give it. It's a stupid thing. Config : set. Okay. Oops, that didn't work at all. Oh, you paired with Marion over the weekend.
Indeed.
That's excellent.
You wanted to do something.
Cool. And you said you kind of fixed that.
Yeah, it was merged in by Raoul.
Oh, cool. Right. And what was the thing that you? I remember that the problem was with the newsletter. What was the feature you were working on?
Totally unrelated.
Huh?
It was to add a create event link to the nav bar.
Oh, okay. Oh, that one. Cool.
Instead of having to go through through the past events page or the
right. And I guess just for fairness here, I should create
additional data.
Yeah, for it to return. So we've got hello and other things like size equals 0. That's the things that the stories have, don't they? So send that to there. What does it say? It says you created it. All right, great. No, right, so let's have for there and size equals 3. No, really. 1. Okay, so now in principle, I mean, it will still not be. I mean, I guess what I could do for like absolute similarity is find the right place now again. Oh, here. Let's do clear. Let's come up over here. Like I could like plug them both into the same database, which is kind of weird. Oh no, do I have AB? No, I spelled it wrong for a start. AB, no. Oh, control. Ah, okay. What did I just call this? Done the Brewster? Yeah, services. No. Okay, that's all completely the wrong thing. What? Okay. If we just go AB minus N, like, did I just do 50 on the other one? Why no? Let's say 50. And let's hit this endpoint. I've lost the endpoint. There's the endpoint. There. Right. I guess I'll be using up more of my Heroku things. Although, so interestingly, the Heroku charges have gone down to 0.
Right. Yeah.
But I think that's due to cleaning up. Like we only have 5 people in our group, and I don't have any people there. Anyway, okay, here we go. So we now have a comparison. The time per request here is 400 milliseconds. Did I somehow? Oh, it's only done it there, and not done it. Oh no, here's the other one. Right. Right. So this is it doing it against Tree. So this is also from a cold start from having let it go to sleep, like from about 5 minutes ago. Right. Oh, that's interesting. See, now it's dropped down to 300. And we've got this range of requests there.
So the longest was 3186.
Yeah. Which obviously compares with the time that we sometimes see in the browser. And let's just do the Heroku one again. Let's tell the AsyncVoter folks. So I guess this the mean right. So we've just, is it finished? There we go. I mean, on that comparison there, these guys came in faster.
Who?
The Dree. But I think there's also, I think there's this thing of
go down.
Yeah. But
the longest request
is much lower, isn't it?
Is much lower on Heroku. I mean, once it's actually fired up.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's kind of long. This. I wonder.
Are they hitting the same database you're saying?
No, they're both hitting. They're both hitting databases on MLab
on their own services,
but they're separate. They're separate databases. Just gonna. This is all. That's. We don't care. 50. Yeah. All right. Fine. Whatever. That's your mean. So this, okay, this is like, so we can say here, and let's put this into this. It's here, some benchmarking of Dree.
There are deviations there too.
Yes.
So you could try to do a statistical test if you want it.
Well, I could, although I don't know what I would gain by doing that. Isn't that?
Nothing.
I mean, not at this point. We can see that the standard deviations are much lower here.
Right. They're much lower. Where on the Heroku, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There's much less variance and
yes.
Time. And that's probably.
I mean, I think it's because it's staying awake for longer.
Very aggressively making it go to sleep.
Yes. I'm just gonna pop this in the channel here. And of Heroku, and of same app on Heroku. Okay. Because I think they were saying that they put the they're putting the Dree thing to sleep after 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the problem is that potentially on a low volume, or even like if you're in the process of testing it before it's gone live,
right,
having it go to sleep for after 30 seconds, like if you imagine like a UI thing, it's quite possible that someone is like looking at a page, reading a page, thinking about what they're doing. It's certainly possible that it will be 30 seconds before they make the next request, right?
Right.
So that's going to be a very uneven experience for some UIs, and until the site comes under load,
right?
Which is interesting. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm pleased to have some data to back up some discussion with Dree. I guess the other thing we've got going on here with Dree, I don't think I have pull requests to review. Aresh is running a new vote on this one, which we've kind of already got. It's already voted. Well, we can't see it in there, I don't think. It's already been voted, but I think there is a lack of clarity about the story. What's this? Somebody, Chaiwa is working on that one.
So
Go on.
I was thinking that it would be nice if we actually had times. Do we have timestamps for when people become premium members?
Yes.
We do?
Yes, we do. We don't necessarily have them in our. I mean, we have the ability to support that, to store that data in website 1 database, and we have that, and it's not necessarily filled in because we only added that structure recently. But we have canonically all of the start times on what's the word?
On the PayPal and that stuff.
The Stripe has all
Stripe and PayPal. I guess the question is, like, what do we say that we pull down a copy of the production database and we start to extract data from it. Like, normally people start with like visualization and stuff. Just to see like what the data looks like. Like, I'm wondering, what would we actually care about though?
Well, I guess your what you're saying there is sort of angling towards. I mean, this general thought of like, can we identify people by their behavior that
right
makes us think that they're likely to want to sign up or upgrade?
So something I'm thinking is, what if we like sampled the database and like there's so few points of data on people that have signed up for premium so far because there's relatively few people.
Yes, that's true.
So we could, I mean, we could just like, sample them, like literally take all of them, not even sample them, and graph their data like, oh, this is their participation in Hangouts before signing up for premium, right? And see that like distribution or whatever. But that distribution is likely to be like very fuzzy because there's so few points of data. So I'm wondering, like, what would we want to see, like, figures like what is the person's, mean time to joining the community versus membership?
I mean, the kind of thing that hypothetically might be interesting would be to kind of see these traces of people who are, like a timeline. So, we might have a timeline for a given person, which was, created account is an event, and then, joined a Hangout, started own Hangout, and then there's also the activity on Slack, and there's activity on GitHub and so on, blah, 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 blah. One could even be, viewed, pricing page, other activity, signed up for premium. So one could have, with more or less fidelity, sort of traces of people's activity leading up to the point at which they sign up for premium, other activity, and then, signed up or upgraded to premium F2F or whatever. And I mean, that would be at least mildly diverting to be looking at. I mean, I sort of got a general sense of this in my head about the pathways of each person signing up that they went through. I'm sure that could be improved upon.
Right, but I guess the question is, what's the point of it? Like to do this?
Well, I guess that the point of it, I mean, would be.
I mean, it's a non-trivial task, right?
Yeah, it's a non-trivial task. I mean, the point of it would be to, based upon this pattern, try and say, oh, look, here's somebody who, like, I mean, I think in general, the people who've signed up for premium, I mean, there's also quite a lot of the people who've signed up for premium is because they've received, an email from me, right? Like, there's sort of a pattern. I mean, it would be, to the extent that we could identify a pattern, then we could say, oh, look, this person is, perhaps you might approach them to talk about premium. I mean, what I'm kind of doing at the moment is based upon my interaction with people and, them being in the Hangouts or not being in the Hangouts, their activity on Slack is I'm kind of, I'm doing that based upon my kind of intuitive sense of this data. And I mean, what this could potentially do is it could give me names of other people to approach that I haven't thought of. And it might, I mean, there could be a bit, I mean, in the longer term, we could be we could be saying that activity down here is predictive of activity here. And so we might end up saying something like, well, once people have joined a Hangout, we want to have the site, like kind of propose to them at the appropriate point. Oh, hey, have you considered running your own Hangout? Check out your, you joined that Hangout and your karma score increased. Way to go. Remember, you can get double your karma points if you start a Hangout yourself, and so on. Okay. So there's lots of
right, I understand that. So
yeah.
All right, well, go on with what we're doing.
Well, I've kind of done the key thing to do. I mean, the interesting thing, and we've got like 10 minutes until the stand up. I mean, I've kind of, the key thing for Dree was to work out this data comparison, so I can talk to them about that. I mean, people at the moment are not blocked on the async voter, so that's all kind of under control. I mean, the interesting thing that I was just looking at with Sasha.
I mean, right now, I guess.
Go on.
In terms of analytics and stuff.
Yes.
It would all be like offline, meaning, taking snapshots of the database and.
Yeah. I mean, that would be. It would certainly be simpler to take a snapshot of the database and do some analysis of it than it is to develop something that's going to do it.
Deal with all the issues. Like
be kind of interactive and so on. I mean, I think if someone was inspired to do this, it could give us very valuable data. I mean, the thing that we've got about to happen is that me appearing on the Ruby Rogue show is going to go live maybe next week, and we might have an increased football. I mean, we had 9 people in the scrum this morning, and it's been a while since we had 9 people in the scrum. I mean, I think just the fact that we have premium members is we've got more people engaged in the site than we have had for quite some time, and hopefully that's sort of creating activity that is sort of sticky, and people are there was some new people pairing today who hadn't paired before, and so I mean, there's anything we can do to identify what's the right approach to take is potentially very valuable. I guess the tricky thing is to know, should we do data analysis to identify changes that we should make? I mean, in the process of working through this story with Sasha, and he just been working on this bug that, so sometimes we tweet YouTube URLs that are not live. It kind of led us to create this, feature. There's actually no feature in the Website 1 code base corresponding to the fact that we do tweet live events. And so working out, well, so actually it turns out we tweet these the Hangout link as soon as the Hangout is started, and we also tweet. If I go and find the thing, let's go over here. I want Twitter adventures. Like at the moment, as soon as we start a Hangout here, like this is our one here. So it tweets pre-program AsyncVoter, distributor team, pair with me, and the link, so other people can potentially find us and come in.
That's a Hangout link. That's fine.
That's the Hangout link there. It does that, and then it also does this, and immediately it does this as well, and it says Sam just finished.
Two things apart would make sense. Like, what if is there a way to have the Gappy Hangout API catch the event when it goes live?
I think potentially, but what Sasha and I found is that using the YouTube API, we can tell when the broadcast starts.
Okay.
But so at the moment, I mean, it looks like this was designed so that this would get sent out when people had finished. But so we were then in here. There's actually sort of three potential scenarios. I mean, different things we could be doing. We could be assuming we could detect broadcast termination. That's when this one should
call back to the app. Yeah.
So
actually,
given that the live stream ends up being the video, it seems like, well, why wait till the end? Just as soon as the live stream goes, you tweet the live stream goes. Yeah. You tweet the live stream. I mean, the question then Sasha asked was,
the question is, how do we get that data back?
Well, that was what Sasha and I worked out this morning, was the YouTube thing. Given that we've got the video ID, we can query it and we can ask, has the stream started?
So every time that the event pings back to Website 1,
right,
with telemetry data.
Yes,
we're also going to then query the YouTube API.
Yeah, I mean, the other way to do it is
just the Hangout,
is to see if there's some way that the Hangout
can tell us.
I mean, there's then the worry that the Hangout thing is going to stop working again. The bigger thing that Sasha then sensibly asked is, actually, do we want to be doing all this? Is it to our advantage to be sending out this constant stream of tweets about these things? Like, what would be really good to know is, for all of this stuff going out here, how much click-through do we get on this? How like, to link this back up to the question is, like, how many people saw a tweet and then created an account? I mean, this would be the more interesting question in some ways, is like, where are people discovering us from? And so what, like, I know a lot of organizations, they will look at, then they've got set up to see how much. I mean, they do like promoted tweets, and they spend a certain amount of money on promoting themselves within Twitter, and then they are registering, okay, we spent like $150 last month doing promoted tweets, and we had 2 people signing up. And like Facebook, we spent $200 boosting our Facebook posts there, and we saw 12 people sign up. And they kind of work out, for how much we spend, how many people are actually kind of doing activities of consequence on our site, or actually signing up for our plans. So that would be kind of that would be, I don't know. I mean, the other thing is to just say, well, we've got this thing going on and it's got some problems with it, let's just fix it up so that it doesn't look embarrassingly broken in places, and not worry about it. Maybe for all of the thinking about this, that, and the other, we should just focus on things that we're interested in, are stimulating and are fun, and that's going to be just as valuable, rather than necessarily being led by the nose in terms of bang for buck, so to speak?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think
I mean, what's most what gets you most excited? What motivates you the most about working on or looking at?
I mean, the analytics would be interesting, but I don't think anyone else is interested in that.
I'm certainly interested in it in a general sense. Whether I want to make that my main focus a couple of hours a day at the moment, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm kind of, I don't know. I mean, I sort of find myself being continually embarrassed about various parts of the site or the system and feel like they need kind of fixing up. I mean, I also feel like I kind of need to direct my attention to keeping up with, like, we've got all the premium members who are paying for, so some of them have stronger expectations than others of getting code review on their pull requests and so on.
Right.
And so they're supporting that and making that sustainable. I mean, in some ways, when I think about it in the bigger picture, is actually the thing that's probably going to make the biggest difference about sustainability would be bringing in, more sponsors. Because, in sort of one fell swoop, so to speak, bringing in DRI has suddenly, that's the equivalent of having brought in, 30 or 40 individual premium members.
Really?
Yeah, in terms of how much they're paying us monthly at the moment. Although that then also, I mean, that's, I mean, I've then got to, in some ways, I've got to keep my eye on the ball there, because if I don't kind of get them to be perceiving value from that, then we lose them. I mean, I also don't want to lose the premium members and the premium plus members and the premium face-to-face members as well. So we've got to, from my point of view, I've got to keep delivering value to all the people who are putting funds in, and that's partly why I focused on the DRI thing today, because I've talked to them in about 16 minutes. Was I going to say there's something else? Yeah, but so what I noticed there actually for the Heroku thing is that so I've been looking at, I think this is the one here. Yeah, here we go. So there was like Mongo. I was looking at MLab and PostgreSQL. I mean, I guess that they've got free plans, but so potentially we could have sponsorship from, if we start moving towards a thing where we're saying to Agile Ventures users, right, we've got DRI sponsorship, but DRI, you need to get a separate database thing. Anyway, I understood to others. It is time for the Scrum, so I'm going to start that up, and I'll see you there.
All right.